Motu and Patlu were best friends. They lived in the quirky town of Furfuri Nagar. Motu loved samosas.
Patlu loved reading the newspaper. They were always getting into funny situations.
But their friendship, stronger than a plate of samosas glued together.
Chai, samosa, and your best friend. What more could you ask for?
Maybe a little peace and quiet from your noisy munching, Motu.
They both burst into laughter. Suddenly, a cloud of smoke engulfed the tea stall. It was Dr. Jatka, the town's eccentric inventor, arriving on his latest contraption, a bicycle powered by samosas. He crashed right into their table, sending samosas flying.
Eureka! I found it!
What is it, Doctor?
It's an ancient map. It leads to a hidden treasure.
Motu's eyes widened. Treasure meant one thing: more samosas! And following the map, our heroes journeyed into a dense jungle. The air was thick with humidity, and the sounds of exotic birds and insects filled the air. Every step they took was a new adventure, with the dense foliage creating a natural maze. They braved thorny bushes and crossed gushing rivers. The rivers were teeming with life, from colorful fish to curious amphibians. Each obstacle they overcame brought them closer to their goal, but also tested their resolve and teamwork.
Patlu deciphered the cryptic clues on the map. He carefully studied each symbol and marking, trying to make sense of the ancient language. His keen intellect and sharp eyes were crucial in navigating the treacherous terrain.
Motu, however, was easily distracted, especially by food. The jungle was a veritable buffet of wild fruits and berries, and Motu's nose led him to every delicious discovery. His love for food often led him astray, but it also brought unexpected joys.
Look, Patlu, wild berries. These berries were unlike anything they had seen before, with vibrant colors and tantalizing aromas. Motu's excitement was infectious, and even Patlu couldn't help but smile at his friend's enthusiasm.
Motu, focus! We need to find that treasure! Patlu's voice was a mix of urgency and amusement. He knew that Motu's distractions could delay their mission, but he also appreciated the light-hearted moments they shared.
But Motu was already halfway up a mango tree, singing merrily. The tree was laden with ripe, juicy mangoes, and Motu couldn't resist the temptation. His cheerful singing echoed through the jungle, adding a musical backdrop to their adventure. Their journey was full of such hilarious detours, all thanks to Motu's insatiable appetite. Each detour was a story in itself, filled with laughter and unexpected discoveries. Despite the delays, these moments made their adventure richer and more memorable. Unbeknownst to them, a pair of sinister eyes watched their every move. It was John the Don, Furfuri Nagar's most notorious criminal, and he wanted the treasure for himself. He lurked in the shadows with his two goofy goons, number 1 and number 2.
We'll let those fools find the treasure, then we'll snatch it.
His goons, as incompetent as they were loyal, bumped fists and giggled. The chase was on. The map led them to a clearing with 3 mysterious doors.
Each door holds a challenge.
Patlu read from the map.
Only true friends working together can open the path to the treasure.
The first door tested their strength. Motu, fueled by samosa power, easily pushed it open. The second door tested their intelligence. Patlu, with his sharp mind, solved the riddle inscribed on it. The third door, however, tested their friendship. It was booby-trapped. As soon as they touched the handle, a net shot out, trapping them both.
"We're doomed!"
cried Motu, but Patlu, ever resourceful, noticed a loose thread.
Motu, use your teeth.
He instructed. Motu gnawed at the thread, eventually setting them free. They had overcome the traps, but John the Don and his goons were closing in. Finally, they reached a giant ancient temple. The map indicated the treasure lay inside. With a mighty push, they opened the heavy stone doors. The room inside glittered, but not with gold or jewels. It was filled with ancient artifacts.
"Wow,
Whispered Motu, forgetting about samosas for a moment.
this is amazing!"
They had found the treasure, but it wasn't what they expected.
Finally, the treasure is mine. After all these years of searching, I can't believe it's finally in my hands. The legends were true, and now all this wealth belongs to me. I can already imagine the endless possibilities and the life of luxury that awaits.
Just then, John the Don and his goons burst in, their eyes gleaming greedily. They had been following the treasure hunter all along, waiting for the right moment to strike. The room filled with tension as the villains closed in, their intentions clear and menacing.
Patlu, we need to think fast. If we don't come up with something quickly, we're done for. These guys mean business, and they won't hesitate to take us down to get what they want.
Don't worry, Motu, I've got a plan. Remember the tricks we used to play back in the day? It's time to put those skills to good use. We can outsmart them if we stay calm and think on our feet.
Motu and Patlu had a trick up their sleeves. They used their wits and agility to outsmart the clumsy goons. With quick thinking and precise movements, they managed to stay one step ahead, turning the tables on their pursuers.
Quick, let's use this rope. We can set a trap and trip them up. If we can slow them down, we'll have a better chance of escaping with the treasure.
They led them on a merry chase through the temple, using the ancient artifacts to their advantage. The winding corridors and hidden passages provided the perfect setting for their escape, as they used every trick in the book to evade capture.
Over here, Motu. Let's trap them in this basket. If we can lure them into this spot, we can spring the trap and catch them off guard. It's our best shot at getting out of here in one piece.
Finally, they trapped the villains in a giant basket, leaving them tangled and defeated. The goons struggled to free themselves, but the more they fought, the tighter the trap became. Motu and Patlu stood victorious, their clever plan having saved the day. With the treasure secure and the villains incapacitated, they could finally breathe a sigh of relief. The adventure had tested their limits, but their quick thinking and teamwork had seen them through. As they walked away from the scene, they knew that this was just one of many adventures to come, and they were ready for whatever challenges lay ahead.
This treasure belongs in a museum. These artifacts are not just objects, they are pieces of our past, each telling a unique story of our ancestors and their way of life. They deserve to be preserved and appreciated by everyone. It's a part of our history. These treasures connect us to our roots and help us understand where we come from. They are invaluable and irreplaceable, and it's our duty to protect them.
Yeah, you're right, Patlu. Even though I was hoping for some edible treasures. I mean, who wouldn't want to find a treasure chest full of delicious treats? But I guess these artifacts are important too.
Motu, though initially disappointed there were no edible treasures, agreed. He realized the significance of these historical artifacts and understood that they were more valuable than any food he could imagine.
Let's load these artifacts onto my latest invention, a giant remote-controlled hot air samosa. This will ensure that the treasures are transported safely and securely to Furfuri Nagar.
They carefully loaded the artifacts onto Dr. Jatka's latest invention. Each piece was handled with the utmost care to ensure that nothing was damaged during the journey.
Wow, Dr. Jatka, this is amazing. Your invention is truly remarkable. I can't believe we're going to transport these artifacts in a hot air samosa.
Hold on tight, everyone. This is going to be an unforgettable journey. Make sure you're all secure and ready for takeoff.
With a mighty roar, the samosa balloon lifted off, carrying the treasures towards Furfuri Nagar. The sight was both awe-inspiring and surreal as the giant samosa floated gracefully through the sky. The townspeople cheered as they witnessed this extraordinary sight. They were filled with excitement and pride, knowing that these precious artifacts were being brought to their town. It was a moment of celebration and joy for everyone in Furfuri Nagar. That evening, the entire town gathered to celebrate. Motu and Patlu were hailed as heroes.
Look at all these samosas, Patlu.
You deserve them, Motu. You've earned it.
A grand feast was laid out in their honor with mountains of samosas, of course.
You know, Motu, some might say this adventure has changed you.
Nonsense, I still love samosas.
Everyone roared with laughter as Motu happily munched on his favorite snack. And so, the tale of Motu Patlu and the mysterious treasure became a legend in Furfuri Nagar. It was a story of friendship, bravery, and the power of teamwork. And of course, a love for samosas. For Motu and Patlu, every day was a new adventure waiting to happen.